What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joey Work. I'm back, baby. And we're finally here. Final series of the MLB season. The World Series is here. It has been a long season, but profitable. Final two teams are here to square off to see who is the best team. Obviously, the best team in the AL during the regular season has made it to the finals in the Astros, while the last team to make the playoffs in the National League, the 87-win Phillies, are going against them. So the expanded playoffs has been fun and exciting. It obviously opened up a little new chapter in the MLB. Like if you could get hot at the right time, anything can happen, as we've seen from the Phillies. Not taking anything away from them, as obviously they're a very good team. Just they wouldn't even have made the playoffs last year. And now this year, they're potential World Series champs. So I do kind of like this new format, but it does somewhat dismiss the meaning of the regular season. You play 162 games. I mean, the best team during 162 games aren't always likely to win. It is what it is, but you hate to see a 100-win team get bounced after losing a best-of-5 game series after sitting for a week. But I don't make the rules, so that is enough. Let's get into the matchup here. I'll do like a little breakdown of my what I think from size, and then we'll give out a free play for game one. But offensive-wise, I definitely give the advantage to the Phillies going into this series. The lineup on paper is pretty scary as well. In the playoffs, they've been really hot, averaging over 5 runs per game. They hit 6 homers, 23 doubles, and 31 walks in the postseason. They scored 25 runs in 5 games versus the Padres, 24 runs in 4 games versus the Braves. I called out Kyle Schwarber in my last video before the NLDS. Boy, oh boy, did he deliver. Schwarber went 6 for 15, 3 homers, and 6 walks in that series. On the other side, I get it. The Astros, they haven't lost a playoff game, but their offense has struggled at times. Altuve is 3 for 32 in the playoffs. Yordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker were basically non-existent in that series for the Yankees. They both went 3 for 14 each. Or Yordan went 3 for 14. Kyle Tucker went 2 for 13 in the ALCS. Never mind Trey Mancini. I don't think he's even got a hit yet this postseason. But the bats are alive of rookie Jeremy Pena and Alex Bregman. So I definitely lean towards the Phillies on the offensive end. As for the pitching, I give the overall advantage to the Astros. Their pitching has been amazing all playoffs, essentially all year, but definitely in the playoffs. They've hit 1.88 ERA in 72 playoff innings thus far. Verlander, I know he has struggled basically in both starts. He has struggled. He definitely pitched much better versus the Yankees than he did the Mariners, but Framber Valdez has been absolutely amazing in both starts. McCullers, Luis Garcia, also viable options for game 3 and 4. Neither pen am I entirely, happy to trust, we'll say. They both have about 2 or 3 reliable arms. Then it gets very questionable past that for both pens. Brian Abreu, Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley have locked down 7, 8, 9 for the Astros, while basically the Phillies use their big arms in big situations, no matter what inning it is. In game 4 of the NLCS, we saw this. Sir Anthony Dominguez, who's basically been their closer this year, if you could call it that, he pitched in the 7th, while setup man Jose Alvarado pitched in the 8th, and they tried David Robertson in the closer role. Obviously, Robertson struggled as he's fairly past his prime, guys, year 14 in the bigs. But Rob Thompson has done a great job man-dangling matchups with the bullpen, and they do have a solid 1-2 in Nola and Wheeler to start that rotation. Past that, there's definitely some question marks in the rotation, but I don't expect like many other guys to get a chance to start. Maybe Ranger Suarez will give game 3. Game 4, I wouldn't be surprised, they go back to one of these guys, or, they throw a whole bullpen game 4. Obviously, we're here to talk about game 1. I'm going to give you a free play. So game 1, we get Verlander versus Nola. Houston minus 165 favorites. Phillies on the comeback plus 145. Under/over is set at 6.5 or 7.5 in places. Got to definitely shop around, as I've told you for years. But Nola has been good in the playoffs. I do think Rob Thompson has a reason starting him in game 1. He's going to try to get as much as he can out of his 2 big hogs in Nola and Wheeler. And, for the Phillies to win the World Series, that's what we're going to need. So Nola did pitch against his Astros teams right before the playoffs regular season. I want to say October 2nd or 3rd. He pitched 6 strong, 2 hit ball, 9 strikeouts. He did struggle, obviously, his last start in San Diego, but I think he's in for a nice bounce-back start here versus an offense who I had mentioned has struggled as of late. And his advanced numbers all year have been really good. he arguably was in the Cy Young. He's probably going to get some Cy Young votes. I mean, he definitely gets some Cy Young votes this year. He had one of the lowest hard hit rates all year out of qualified starters this year. He barely walks anybody, striking out batters at a 30% clip. On the other end, we got Verlander. Obviously, he's been amazing all year. He likely is the AL Cy Young. Another guy barely walks anyone, striking out batters a little under 30% clip. He does fall in love with his fastball at times. He throws that four-seamer over 50% of the time, and I do think the Phillies should time up a fastball or two, possibly take it into orbit. So I do expect a solo homer or two from the Phillies. I do think this is probably a tight, low-scoring game rather than pick a side, but it's dog or pass at the number. You guys know me. I am not betting the Astros minus 160, minus 165. So it's dog or pass. Plus 140 with a team as hot as the Phillies is quite tempting. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to take a prop bet here as my best bet. Out of 32 starts this year, Aaron Nola has pitched at least 5 2/3 in 25 of those starts. So 25 of 32 starts, he's pitched at least 5 2/3. The number they're laying the number out at over outs at 16.5, meaning he gets 5 2/3. We hit that. He's been very reliable to go deep into games, and that's where I think I'm going here. Rob Thompson obviously wants a good performance from the race in game one, and to set the pace, they ideally really want to win game one. Nola goes 6. They go to I don't know who for the 7th, but they go for the 2 hogs, Dominguez, and the other jabroni for 7, 8. Maybe they do Robertson in the 7th. Obviously 8 would be Alvarado, 9 would be Dominguez. But that's really like I really like this play. So I do think he pitches probably 6 strong, and then I'm not sure who goes to the 7th, but 8, 9 will be the big guys. So I think this is a very close game, low scoring. So my official play, best bet will here be Aaron Nola over 16.5 outs via DraftKings at minus 120. I'll be back tomorrow night for another free play for Saturday, game 2 of the World Series. I do appreciate you all. I hope you made some money with me this MLB season. Let's finish it on a high note and run pure. Do appreciate everybody in the chat already. Johnny Child, Gerardo Hernandez, Aaron Langley. Much love, guys. I appreciate you all. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow. Joey works out.